Hey guys, welcome to another Gamers Command spoiler video. I'm super excited to have a spoiler, and joined with me today is Tori Kelly. How you doing, Tori?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to have a spoiler. I missed out on the video last time, which was sad because last time we got a monster, a beautiful fire monster. I ended up playing it, winning a materia
Yeah,
cup with it. So I'm sad I didn't get to spoil that monster. But
it
we
is a
had
little
another
ironic,
fun
right?
card.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
ironic.
yeah. I don't think it was an accident that Sarah gave us a two-cost fire monster for us last time. But
Does that
they
mean
gave us a different.
does that mean that
Sorry, what?
Mohammed should be recording this video because of the color that we
Maybe.
got?
Maybe,
But he's
but I don't
retired,
think
so
he likes the rest of the colors that they want us to pair this card with.
all
So
of them. Let's get this
all of them.
spoiler on screen without further ado. So it's Thaliak. Thaliak is one of the 12. She's a 5K, which is not very good right now in the Brynhildr medal. But I will say that I've seen less Brynhildrs lately because it just doesn't do enough. So when Thaliak enters the field, if you control 4 or more, job the 12. Your opponent selects 1/4 they control and puts in the break zone and draws a card, and it does have a special, which is choose one forward of 3 or less they control, and it returns it to the owner's hand. What's your initial reaction?
So my initial reaction is this is obviously an extremely powerful effect, right? We've seen a bunch of cards with similar effects see play over the past few years. The most obvious comparison, I think, is the Lena
Yeah, that's what I
from
was thinking.
Opus 22 that sees play, like consistent play in Wall 7 decks all the time. So, like, you don't need, like, this kind of effect is just good. You play a guy, draw a card, remove something. Like, you can't ask for better than that. That's a two for one, right? Like, that's kind of like what Witch of the Fence does.
Yeah,
So,
if this was
uh,
a summon and it just said they sack a guy, you draw a card for 3, it would be crazy.
yeah.
But it also
Uh,
has a body that it leaves around.
Yeah, the body's nice. Additionally, it helps you get your 7 count up extremely cheaply, right? Just being 3 CP, draw a card, get
Hmm.
another 7 count for all of your other guys, right? Because remember, this is also discounting the lightning forward by 1. Additionally,
Wait,
one of the nice
when
things
you
about
mean
this.
7 counter, you mean 12 counter?
Sorry, I meant, yeah, the 12. Yeah,
Okay,
get your the 12 count up.
okay.
But additionally, because you only need 4, it helps you in the early stages where you don't have as many. And the fire backup, when it plays one of your 12 from the break zone, in order to play this, you need to have 3 12 on board.
Hmm.
But then he would then come in, be your 4, so he would trigger. If he gets summoned off of the fire backup, he always triggers and gets its effect, which I think is like, it's nice that they seem to think about their costs and how many you needed so that those cards like synergize together the way they should.
Yeah, so I'll pull up the other ones on the screen now. While you were talking about, it, I was thinking that like we've talked a lot about like the ice into the wind as like the color fixing, but the ice into the fire into like getting the wind back from the break zone um is actually really interesting because it doesn't none of these are forwards only, right? So
Yeah,
you can
no.
cast the ice one, pay the 4, go get the 4 drop, which then gets the 2 drop back into play. That's actually like pretty sweet, right?
Yeah, and then the next turn you can dull all 3 of those, just slam this guy on the board, draw a card, remove something because you'll have exactly enough. Like that's a pretty decent curve.
That is a pretty
Um,
good curve. Or you just play the other blue backup, which is also on curve. And you just draw a card. Like if they don't have anything, like you're playing against a control deck, you just slam the backup instead. That seems like pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, these cards are definitely powerful. The main question is whether they're powerful enough to justify running that many elements, right? Because the more elements you run, naturally, the less consistent your deck becomes. So,
Hmm.
um, I'm not ruling these cards out. Something to consider is, a few sets ago we got Lucio, who is an incredibly powerful card, right?
Yeah.
But when during spoiler season, we kept seeing all these Warriors of the Crystal, right? And the Warriors of the Crystal were, um, let's just say their effects were uninspired.
Little lackluster.
Lackluster. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little weak. But like, so the whole time I was like, why do they keep giving us these Warriors of Crystals? I'm never going to touch these cards and construct it. And then we got the full set reveal and we read Lucio and we were like, oh, well, that changes things, doesn't it? Right? Like Lucio is an incredibly push card. So we don't know if there's going to be any like Lucio equivalent like payoff card for these guys. Like maybe they have a Madame Edel or something else, right? Like we don't know. We don't have the full set yet. We don't know all the details. But I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us some like key piece that we don't see yet to really like push these guys and
So
help
you're
them make
you're talking about
make
like
them
the
meta
the,
relevant.
the lighter dark version. Or I guess in our case, we're missing the two Earth versions.
Yeah, we are still missing quite a few of them. We haven't seen either of the Earth. We're still missing the Lightning backup as well.
Is that something they do?
So
Is that something they've done before though? I want to say that like are all the did all the dominants come out? For example, like with the first set, like
yeah, we had
is
one of each dominant, right?
okay.
And like usually when they do these like packages, I think we get everyone, right? Like we got all the Warriors of the Crystals in one set. We got all the Soiree members in one set. I
I
expect that we're gonna get all
yeah.
of them here.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, wait, wasn't there a Leviathan dominant? But I think there's just like the one that literally didn't exist in the game, or maybe it was in the DLC or something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But
I haven't played 16, but from what I understand, that the water dominant Leviathan was DLC exclusive, and that we didn't get any of the DLC content in 24.
gotcha. Okay. All right. So I want to touch on the whole playing all the colors thing. What I think is kind of interesting is, I mean, so if you're playing the R spoiler Thaliac, you also want to play Nemia. I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll just say Nemaya. Um, because that card's also I think pretty strong. And then I think like the ice one is so far the best one I've seen. There's there's a world where you just don't even need to be more than two colors, right? So you could be water fire, for example, water fire and the fire one bringing back the ice one. I don't think that's as consistent, nearly as consistent as you just
Yeah.
being like water ice, and then the ice one can always go search you for the green one to be able to play whatever you want. Or if you've already discarded the green one, it searches for the fire one to get the green one back. And so you might
Well,
not have to be that many colors.
the thing is with the ice one, right? You can only pay its X cost
Mm-hmm.
using Job the 12, right?
Right.
So you still need a like critical mass of them in your deck. I think you'd at minimum
So we
need to be 3 colors.
still need to see the other backup.
Yeah. So like I think like at minimum 3. Also because in order to trigger this effect for Thaliac,
Mm-hmm.
you need 4 names, right? And if you're only in 2 colors, you're that's like literally all of
That's all
them.
four. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's like not
I
consistent
will say
enough,
that
like in my opinion.
it makes the Namea like the most important one maybe because well I don't know it's hard to say important when like the green and the ice one do like the things you want to do but the
Yeah.
blue one is like the neutral one right the one that's like I can just play this and feel good about it. I guess the green one is also
Yeah, I mean, the water backup could just generically see play. Like I remember people were playing
ah
Gramps last
yeah
year.
yeah I actually I just completely forgot that the water backup is an EX. I didn't realize that until just
Yeah,
right as you were
yeah,
talking like
yeah. 3 cost backup EX draw card.
is
Like
that our first three cost backup that draws a card on EX?
yes, generically. We have Owaka, who requires you to have a couple
10 or
backups
water,
down, but
yeah.
this is the first unconditional 3
Oh,
cost back.
then there's actually
Hilda's 4,
There's actually Waka, which is kind of like drawing a card. Um,
but less consistent. Yeah,
yeah, maybe
yeah, he can whiff.
he can definitely whiff, but he also gives you a selection if he doesn't whiff, so that's interesting. But this is still
But
like kind of charting new ground.
yeah, no, these cards are definitely seem fairly pushed. The question is just, does it stick the landing?
Yeah, I mean, so the ice one when it attacks, like two dull freezing two things, and them discarding is
Yeah, no,
4 CP value every time it attacks.
yeah, yeah.
That's like
It's
really
similar
really
to
good.
Visalis, right?
Um, it's similar but better,
Yeah,
right? And then also unconditional. I mean, it doesn't have premium bullet special, but I mean, I think I would take this over that one anytime, honestly. And then like so
yep,
like the fire one and the lightning one having haste and killing things are like huge tempo plays, like really big.
yeah. Like none of these cards are individually bad. I just want to put that out there. Absolutely.
If only the Bartz was actually just a 2 CP backup, that would actually be insane, right? Like I
Yeah,
would actually just play the wind and be like, look,
yeah.
I have a freaking job the 12.
That would be interesting if they just gave us a 2 cost backup arts that just counted as any job you wanted, like ETB, declare a job,
Declare a
I'm that
job.
job.
Yeah, it'd be really good. It'd also be played in other decks too, like possibly soldiers, for example.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. All right.
depends on the element.
Yeah, so the fire one also increases damage without sacrificing. That's like pretty important because a lot of those times those like damage increasers are tied to forwards.
Yeah, well, the awkward thing about the damage increase on the fire backup is that if you're using it to pump the damage on the fire forward, It increases the damage by 2,000, but then you lose it, so it decreases the damage by 2,000. So just net equal doesn't actually do anything.
What do you mean you?
But
Oh, sorry.
so
I read that wrong. I didn't. Sorry, I was saying that awkward. You do have to put this in the back break zone. I read it as you didn't have to put it in
yeah,
the break zone. That's very different than
yeah,
what I was thinking.
yeah. No, if it was just unconditional, you just like pump something, that'd be incredible. But sadly, it doesn't quite work the way you'd want it to.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't make it like plus 3,000 to account for that, to like get you that at least 1,000 extra boost. But I think the main point of the fire backup sacrificing itself is just so you can recast it, because
recast
the
it.
enter
Yeah,
the battlefield effect is just so powerful that it's something that you just want to consider doing.
yeah. I do think that you're right about that. And then I also just wonder why they made you pay two. I mean, like, I don't know. The water one, you pay one, you draw a card. It's like,
Oh no,
oh,
that card
you
is
keep
incredible.
it, right? The ice
Yeah,
one, you pay one, you choose a forward, you freeze it, and you keep it. The fire one, they're like,
yeah.
nah, you're gonna pay two, and you're gonna lose your backup.
I can't explain that.
Yeah, classic fire problems. Um, of these ones, would you rank the water backup as the highest upside, or do you think it's the ice one right now, from what we can tell?
uh, I think the water one in general, the water one is definitely the most powerful card,
Hmm.
in my opinion. Just because like that effect, like if you look at like Tataru, right? Like these have like drawing cards off your backups is incredible. I can't tell you how many times I just like dull three backups to cast a Leo and like do nothing for the rest of the turn just because I think I just want to like cycle and draw more
Yeah,
cards
and
and dig.
it doesn't even feel that bad.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And so like being able to do this every turn. Also, the fact that you can do it on your opponent's turn is incredible, right? So let's
Mm.
say you have a bunch of summons in your deck, right? And you hold up the summons, threaten to answer anything your opponent does, and then like they cast their cards, try and play around your Amat, for instance. And then at the end of their turn, once it's clear that they have nothing else they want to do, you can go, actually, I guess I didn't want to cast a summon. Let me just draw a card instead. That's like incredible value. That lets you flex, like play very flexibly
Yeah.
and like react to your opponent.
Interesting.
Um,
Interesting enough. If you're in that type of space, like there's also a world where if you let's say you're playing summons and you're playing like this like draw go like counterspell deck. Folka is actually an interesting forward um that kind of fell off, but kind of synergizes with this plan. So it's the 7K 3 CP that says you can discard
a summon.
a summon to activate a backup and forward. So you could do things like activate this like when it was dull to draw another card, or activate this to like filter, and then you draw into like the Levy Taratsu, you discard your other thing, and look, now you can actually just Levy Taratsu them. Um, yeah, I actually think this backup's really good.
Yeah. No, like as I said earlier, like all these cards are extremely powerful. The question is, does the whole package like come together?
Yeah, so we're waiting on two Earth ones and possibly a light one. Is that correct? Are there
And
two light
the
ones?
lightning. So
Oh,
we need the
and
lightning
lightning
backup,
backup.
and we don't have the wind forward either.
Hmm.
So we're missing quite a few. I think we're only around like halfway through. So hopefully we see those in the upcoming weeks. We
Yeah.
might have to wait until full spoilers comes out, which if that happens, that happens.
If I'm being honest, I hope that happens. I always enjoy finding out about those last minute spoiler editions. It just makes the set so much more fun at the end. And typically, I feel like a lot of like the sleeper cards are not actually spoiled. Like we find out about them like when they come out.
Yeah,
Um, maybe that's
yeah.
less so recently because like they just like overcooked like Yuna for example. Like it's just like all right, well, what's the best card in
Yeah.
the set? Oh, card of the week. What do you know? You can. It's like
was
you guess what you can play. Or you asking if it's card of the week?
was Unite card of the week? I don't
I
remember.
don't know, but there's got to be zero chance that it was a surprise because I feel like we had play
Oh
tested
no,
a
we
Cat
knew
4
about.
deck like weeks prior to the set
No,
releasing.
we were playing Cat 4 Una before the set was fully revealed. Yes,
Yeah,
but
so it had to be card of the week, right? Because I don't think they would have printed or showed a legend anywhere else. Well,
they
maybe.
sometimes do it on Kageyama. Sometimes tweets them out.
Hmm. Yeah, I could see
I
that
don't.
too. Point is usually I feel like when the set comes out, we find like some really cool like hidden gems. So hopefully that's the case. I think the 12 could be good. I think there's a lot of combinations. I think you're right about like the backups being really important. Um, I would not be upset if Win just got a second backup, or is it definitely going to be a forward? I mean,
We don't know, but I imagine they're
It
probably
looks like
doing one backup,
a
one forward
cycle
for
is that
each.
way,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
I think another backup for wind and then another forward for lightning would kind of make sense, like be very thematic and like how the game is played. Lightning's like forward heavy and like wind's backup heavy.
I wouldn't mind that.
Traditionally, of
Yeah.
course.
Yes.
Those roles have kind of changed a little bit. Uh, but
Recently, yeah.
yeah, recently, yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to say before we close this off?
Not really. I'm just thank you so much, Square Enix and Hobby Japan, for giving us a spoiler. And I'm excited for playing this next set and hopefully competing and doing well.
Me too. Me too. I will see all of you guys in Portland and Raleigh, and I know that you'll see Tori in Raleigh.
Yep.
Otherwise, make sure you come say hello to us at Nationals. We'll see you guys there. All right. Take care, guys.
Okay. Peace.